I signed up for RunPod because I was tired of watching my AWS bill creep up every month. I wasn't even looking for a replacement. I just wanted cheaper GPUs. That was the plan. The funny part is, pricing stopped at being the thing I cared about after the first day. I spun up my first pod and honestly expected to spend half an hour fixing stuff. Didn't happen. Picked a template, waited a minute, connected. I kind of just sat there thinking, that's it? It felt weird. If you spent enough time inside AWS, getting from zero to actually running your project isn't always quick. So I loaded one of my stable diffusion workflows. Nothing fancy, just something I've run enough times that I know when something feels off. It worked. No surprises, which is actually a good thing. Then I got a little overconfident. I shut everything down, came back later and wanted the same GPU again. Couldn't get it. Somebody else already had it. I remember staring at the screen thinking, seriously? 5 minutes later, another GPU opened up, so it wasn't a disaster, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if your work depends on a specific card. One thing I didn't expect, I stopped thinking about cloud infrastructure. That sounds dumb, but it's true. Normally, I'm worrying about setup, permissions, networking. This time I was just working. That's probably my favorite part of the whole experience. Now, would I move every project from AWS? No, not even close. If I'm building something that needs databases, storage, load balancing, all that enterprise stuff, AWS still makes way more sense. RunPod feels different. It's for those days when all you really want is a powerful GPU and you don't want to spend your afternoon configuring cloud services. I actually laughed at myself once because I kept opening the dashboard expecting I'd forgotten some setup step. There wasn't one. So, is RunPod cheaper? Sometimes, yeah. Is it faster? For getting an AI project running, I'd say absolutely. The real question isn't whether it beats AWS, it's whether you're paying AWS for a bunch of things you never actually use. That was the question I probably should have asked myself a long time ago. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.